Hey, this is Marcus Washington, MTC Media with Good Morning March Madness. This is part two of the Sunday games, the round of 32. If you didn't get to see part one, please go back and check part one out for all my picks on that one. 4-4 yesterday, so on Thursday we're 10-6. Friday on 10-6. Yesterday 4-4. So we're trying to improve on that. We certainly don't want. We would love to go through this tournament and not have an under 500 day. It's not as easy as it sounds. So we would love to do that. So let's not start with having one today. So for these last four games of the day, we kick off with Colorado State, Maryland, a team I'm very, very familiar with. Mine is Maryland minus 7.5 with a total of 143.5. You guys know I'm pretty bullish on Maryland. I have been for a little while now. I do see them quite often in person, obviously. And it's the two bigs. The two bigs, just how to match up with them. So just think about it. Even if you say, well, Queen wasn't as dominant as he has been throughout the season on Friday. Juju Reese at the beginning of that game just was 6 points here, 8 points, 10 points. And that's what I mean about it. They don't have to be. And then that bought enough time for the perimeter shooting to show up. Then next thing you know, Gillespie showed up. Then you have Rice and, Selton Miguel. And that, so yes, there's always talk about Maryland's bench and the production off Maryland's bench. And Maryland's bench played a lot in the first game against Grand Canyon because of the scoring stuff. And they did score. Deshaun Harris-Smith scored more than certainly I thought he would and stuff. So I'm sure Kevin Willard's hoping, all right, we got the bench in. We got the bench in early. Hey, they got a taste of this. I know my starting five is there. If I can get anything from these guys, man, I'm going to be a tough out. I completely agree with him. Colorado State, to me, does not have a style of play, even though they are wonderfully coached. Really, really good coach. They don't have a style, I think, that's going to get Maryland that issue, because what's not going to happen, that happened in the Memphis game, is they're not going to get all those clean looks from three. They got a boatload of clean looks from three against Memphis, and they made them. Maryland's not going to let them have those clean looks. There's no way they are. Maryland has the ability to get their bigs in foul trouble. I like the Terps minus 7.5. Scrolling down here, Ole Miss and Iowa State. Iowa State, the line is 5.5 with a total of 145.5. Iowa State got off to a little bit of a slow start, and then they went and freight trained, and Ole Miss got off to that fast start, and then held on for dear life against North Carolina. This is one of these games where the coaches, their teams can defend. They're known for defending. That 5.5, again, that could be daunting to 145.5. Iowa State can push it over 145.5. Give me the Cyclones minus 5.5. I want to stay away from the total. New Mexico and Michigan State. You know how bullish I was on New Mexico in round one. I have not waned off of that. Michigan State's minus 7.5. The total is 148.5. The problem for New Mexico in this one is just Michigan State's quality of depth that they have in their guard play. And New Mexico's guard play was good in the first game. Don't know if that can be duplicated in this one. I don't know if they can stay within 7.5. So we're man, it's tough. That line and the total's tough. I guess give me Michigan State minus 7.5. I want to believe that New Mexico keeps this close, but I'm not sure if they can. Oregon and Arizona is Arizona minus 3.5 with a total of 152.5. Tommy Lloyd came in with a lot of hype, and he has a 4 seed, so you don't have to apologize for that. But they also have 12 losses. I mean, they have 12 losses. This is not what you expected when you got to Arizona. With that being said, the Wildcats are 3.5 point favorites with a total of 152.5. Give me the over in this one with Oregon. So we have Maryland minus 7.5. We have Iowa State minus 5.5. Michigan State minus 7.5, and the over 152.5 in Oregon, Arizona. This is Marcus Washington with Good Morning March Madness on the MTC Media Digital Network.